Hey everyone, this is Brian from Motive Training and Motive Mobility, and today we're going to go through shoulder external rotation inputs. We are going to do a little bit less here specifically for this position because the pull is one of the hardest ones to actually do our holds and liftoffs from. And so I really just want to get down the passive range hold and the pails and rails. So that's going to be our focus for this input session. So we're going to go through a quick shoulder car on the right side, and since we're working on external rotation, we're going to take a little bit more time trying to scour out this external stuff as much as we can. And that includes this position here, really trying to fight to bring that arm back because we want to open up that front side, which is what we're going to do today. And we turn nice and easy, beautifully done, and then reverse that nice and slow. You can do more cars if you want, but we're just going through one just to kind of check in with the shoulder. You can do them at the end, the beginning, in the middle. Doesn't matter. You can just pause the video. Really good. Nice shade. Okay, so we do need a pole for this or some sort of object, a stick, a PVC pipe, doesn't matter. That's going to be our setup for how we stretch. So let's get you set. We like to do this from an all fours position, but you're welcome to technically do this standing up against a power rack or a wall. But we're going to get into a 90-degree bend with the elbow, and we're going to try and be stretching open the front side of that shoulder. I will tell you from this position, it's sometimes harder to feel a direct chest stretch. So we're looking for a chest stretch technically, but you might feel a lot of stuff on the front side of that shoulder, which is totally normal. So we want to make sure that we keep a 90-degree angle here and that we're not feeling any stuff on the back side. How's that feeling, Shay? Good. Okay, once we're here, Shay does in quite a bit of external rotation passively, by the way. This hand is technically behind her head. She's like a pitcher. So you can always regress this and bring the hand lower or higher depending on where you're at. The other things you want to do as Shada just kind of stretches into this is we can rotate the spine away from the elbow very gently. We can also crunch down to try to get more tension. You just have to be careful when you do that. If you punch your spine back, your elbow might lift. We want to make sure during this that the elbow is fixed directly outside of that shoulder. Okay, the entire time. How we doing? Good. Okay, so we're going to jump into pails and rails here. Pails, we're going to do a 1 out of 10. Shada's going to not move that shoulder. She's just trying to create internal rotation slowly. So she's javelining down with that pull. Very good. How are we doing? Good. Give me a 3. Start to press a little bit harder through that pull. Good. And notice how nothing is moving. She might shake, but she's not changing her elbow position. Give me a 5. Give me a 7. And your safest max. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. Good. Fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. 3, 2, 1, and good. Now, here's the thing. I knew Shada might do this, and I want to show this. Okay, this is the one time where I'm going to kind of go through and explain why this is super important. How you feeling? Good. Just try to hang in the stretch. When Shada tried to rails or lift up, the elbow shot back, which is totally normal. We want to do that again. I'm gonna do this next to Shada so she can feel it. Try to lift the hand up in the air without moving that elbow. Okay. It's not gonna work. It's not possible because Shada is set in such an extreme degree of external. There's no way she's going to be able to lift that up, especially with a pole in her hand. So the first thing that's going to happen is she's going to try and bring that elbow behind her more, which technically is internally rotating her shoulder. It's not giving her more external. So we want to imagine that this is stuck, okay? And this is super important because the next thing she's going to do from here is a passive range hold. So if she tries to slowly hold her position with by letting go of the pole and keeping her hand there, her elbow is going to try to lift, and we don't want that. Ready? Try to do it, Shay. 3, 2, 1. Grab the pole. Good. So for our passive range holds here, Shada's just trying to release the pole and hold her position without dropping her hand. Do it again. Go. 3, 2, 1. Solid. Give me 3 more. Go. 3, 2, 1. Again, go. 3, 2, 1. We got one last one. Ready, go. 3, 2, one, and relax. Now sink into the stretch. The backside is going to light up during rails. It's going to really get tight, can get crampy. If it's sharp when you let go, that is not the goal. We're trying to stretch open the front and get the backside to grab onto the range of motion. So again, how's that shoulder feeling, Shay? Good. This should just start to open and open and open. And the biggest thing we're going to notice when she does her cars again is that position coming overhead is going to open up a ton. So let's gently come out of that and we'll go through that right side shoulder car. I'll take that from you, Shay. Very good. And let's just go slow. Sweep through that right side. Very good. And let's fight to bring this back as far as possible. Look at that. Good. So again, at this point of the cars, this bicep is still trying to turn. She's trying to externally rotate. We're going to fight to bring that back. What does that look like if we were to bend that elbow? She is going through external rotation. So that's the goal at this position. You're still rotating. Good, slow, internal all the way around. Beautifully done. And reverse one more. Solid. Really good. Bring it around. 3, 2, 1. And crush it. That is just a external rotation input session for 2 positions, which is just a passive range hold in the pails and rails. You can do lift offs from here and lift the pole, but it's super difficult to do because the pole is weighted. And also, most people have trouble finding that position without that elbow kind of slamming underneath. So I really am not trying to flare up the shoulder or agitate it. We just want to really isolate and find what are we actually trying to use here. And that's the goal.